Come here, bring that microphone here. I need that mic. I need to use the mic. Let me see the mic. Would you mind if I touch, if I kiss, if I held you tight in the morning light? Oh, would you mind if I reach to touch your hand tonight? Once again, 'cause I never felt this way in my heart before. Oh, love has found its way in my heart tonight. If I love you, baby.
First of all, forget whatever it is you're thinking. Previously, in the previous day, you probably was drinking. And me, I was not. I was sleeping. Getting ready for the gym. Now I'm warming this motherfucker up. You see that bag in the back? I'm gonna move that bag to this square without pushing it with the hands. As part of my cardio, that's me keeping some stress relief before I have to go ahead and give somebody everything they want. Yeah, it's easy like Sunday morning, or at least I make it look like such. I ain't gonna lie, the dopest part be the end, cause it's all said and done with. But knowing the type of work I put in, and seeing the results, which the results is all that really matter, keep me coming back. Keep me recreating different ways to do what I'm doing and get the most, not the most, the best results possible. I just tell you, just not into no counterproductive activities. If it's messing with the bag or the final goal, I'ma let it go. Gotta let it go. But yeah. It ain't boasting or being cocky if you're doing the work. You gotta be doing the work.
Rule number 33. Fear no man on this earth. Be the mighty lion amongst wild beasts.
I just want to say this, man, from the bottom of my heart. I can't be the only person on TikTok that every time we do like this, and you just see something wild or a person that's wild that you wasn't expecting. I can't be the only person.
You say I'm too old for this shit, but I bet your goddamn mama and your goddamn grandmama and all of your aunties and goddamn even your sisters and shit, they'll be glad to have an old motherfucker like me in their motherfucking life. I bring life to their motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying? Bunch of dead ass motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? Tell me I'm too old for you, man. Fuck you, dog. You ain't shit, dog. Fuck you. You know what I mean? I do what I motherfucking want to do. You know what I'm talking about? I earned that bitch.
Pardon the beating down look and the lack of life in my face. I'll tell y'all motherfuckers something about motherfucking leg day. I see why. Motherfuckers dread. That's really what motherfuckers dread when they come to like working out. Even a motherfucker that ain't got themselves too much of shit. If you can manage to do a push-up, you can get underneath that bench and put in some type of effort. You get a little shine on. But that leg day, when you're doing it right, correctly, oh, it's gonna knock a pause into your motherfucking ass. So it's that keep that same energy type of situation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can say you can down whatever you want. That pre-workout with a splash of extra caffeine or whatever. If you are doing your leg day correctly, it's like going to the barbershop, y'all. That shit gonna fade your motherfucking ass up. Cut your ass all the way down to the ball. That motherfucker, that 500 reps attempt on leg day is so fucking draining. Like, and before work. But by the time I recover forward, I know the chances are my work day is not going to be anything compared to that. And that's why the importance of the leg day is so important. It'll even have you saying the importance of the important. Damn, take me down, take me down. Have to give me some of that pure kick in my life, man. A little 80 mg caffeine, and the damn hydration, man. As soon as I clock in, probably before that, it's smoothie time though, as soon as I touch down. Smoothie time, as soon as I touch. Damn, motherfucker, can you just like not get over? Raggedy motherfucker, cause you at work. My part big, man. Damn. Shit got me agitated. I'm gonna get my bearings back, man. Ain't that no man?
Do to me, because I'm going to be bad to you. Bad to the bone. Yeah, I'm going to be bad to the bone.
Baking soda, okay, sodium bicarbonate, makes the body more alkaline. So most people are too acidic from lack of sleep, too much stress, eating way too much animal protein, which we'll get into that in a little bit. So animal protein, guys, if you're doing a carnivore type diet or something like that, you have to supplement with all these salts because the body is going to get stripped of the sodium that it has within it and the salts that it has within it. So you got to make sure you're doing even more of this stuff if you're doing something like a carnivore diet. Back to sodium bicarbonate or baking soda, makes the body more alkaline, and it's great for your kidney function. Okay? The kidneys and the liver, things like these organs are overlooked. People don't even think of these things. They filter out the system, right? All your urine is filtered through the kidneys. Sodium bicarbonate or baking soda is also a phenomenal, right up there with sodium, pink sea salt, Celtic sea salt, performance enhancer. There's so much research within baking soda. And again, it's so cheap. You do the same amount of that, quarter to a half teaspoon in your 32 to 40 ounces of water. So I mix those three salts in the water. We call it the juice. That was inspired by Cole Robinson from the snake diet. Check out Cole's stuff. Very, very smart guy. Potassium, sodium, baking soda. You do that, you won't need any other supplements. Anything beyond that is just icing on the cake. But these three things will have such a dramatic effect on your performance. And if you really want to go over the top, you can also have coffee. Right? There's your performance enhancer. There's your pre-workout.
Oh, how I wish. How I wish. How I wish that the switch on my shirt was water that I poured on myself, but it's not. That's what happened when you get the work, Captain. Yeah. As I said, on bumpers, back day, in the books. Little sanitize. Hey man, say man. Like 500 reps. Heavier than ever. Yeah. Got a little hip wrap on me. Damn. Hip wrap.
Getting in shape and able to fit your clothes. Being in condition is being able to come outside of your soul.
You're talking about being in fighting condition.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a rare state, and you can't keep it for very long. That's what I was seeing when I was seeing you hit the pads. I'm like, this isn't just working out. There was something going on, man. When you were working out with Cordero and you ripped into the body and throwing those hooks, I was like, this is a man who's preparing to go to combat. That's why when I saw that video, I was like, oh.
I'm gonna tell you something about that video.
Yeah.
I did that video and I was in bed for a week. That was 30 seconds and I was in bed for a week. And it's not funny because it made me realize that this is big boy shit, okay?
This is a very evil predator. Dangerous, cunning, always dissatisfied with everything. It seems that it's always in a bad mood, and it's better not to get in its way when it's in this state. This beast can easily attack a person or even a representative of its species without any reason. But why do these wildcats react to everything with such aggression? Why are they always ready to fight? We're gonna find out now. Let's go. For starters, a few facts. Pallas's cat, or manul, is a predatory mammal of the family Felidae. With a hostile stare and very thick fur, Pallas's cat lives in steppe and semi-desert areas of West Central and Central Asia and in the south of Siberia. These are stealthy animals which try to stay away from people as well as their own kind. Forget about lions and their prides. Pallas cats value loneliness and sometimes live at a distance of 5 kilometers from each other. On the area of about 100 square kilometers, sometimes only 4 to 8 cats can live. If people settled with the same density, then in Toronto there would be about 25 to 50 people. At the same time, manuls are much smaller than lions or people. Their bodies are about 46 to 65 centimeters long, and their tails are 21 to 31 centimeters long. So we can say that manuls are the size of a domestic cat. But unlike cats, which sometimes get along well with each other and love people, you'll never notice anything like that with a manul. Pallas cats don't like anybody at all, but they're really fierce predators which know a lot about hunting. Manul's fangs are almost 3 times longer than that of an ordinary cat, and if your pet has ever bitten you, well, multiply that feeling by 3, and then add to it the rage of a wild predator. Manuls have a death grip, and they don't let their prey go until they get what they want. But despite all the exoticism...
Let me ask you a question. Who's more secure? Someone who tells you the truth and doesn't care what happens? Or someone who doesn't say anything to you because they're scared of what could happen?
The first option. Someone who tells you the truth.
So I would argue your boyfriend was very secure. He told you the truth and didn't care about the consequences.
He told me the truth because he wanted me to stop.
But that means he's secure.
Yeah. He's insecure because he's...
By your own definition.
Well... If you want to say it like that...
You see what I did there? Because women love to say men are insecure when they put boundaries on women. But what I'm saying, I argue that when a man puts a boundary on you, he's very secure because he's telling you what he really likes and doesn't like at the cost of possibly losing you. He's actually insecure if he doesn't say anything because he's not secure where the relationship is and he's scared to lose you.
Husband and happy wife spends all his money on luxury goods and failed to pay the mortgage. Eviction notice pending.
You mind telling me what happened?
Yes, I bought the car sitting outside.
Okay.
I bought myself a Chanel bag.
You bought yourself a Chanel bag, but you didn't pay for the mortgage?
I wanted to do something.
Are you
for
crazy?
myself.
Have you lost your mind? Did you really just sit here and tell me you bought a Chanel bag? Meanwhile, we were 7 months behind all our mortgage.
The lights are still on.
For who? Not for us? The next person's gonna live in this house? That doesn't serve us any good.
You watch TV, there's a remote. You still got
Where am I gonna watch TV at? Outside? On the street?
Look.
You really sit here and act like ain't nothing going wrong and it's not a big deal, and we're literally getting put out of our house. Do you forget how hard we work for this house? I saved for years to put even a day.
You know what? Fuck that shit. This goes out to all the women that feel like that they're not interested in the guy, and I'm just gonna be honest with him to tell him that he's not tall enough. He's not making enough money. He's not where you think he need to be in life. His sex bad. His dick little. His body's out of shape. How would you feel if we kept it real and told you why we're not interested? Why we got some and we moved on, and why we ghosted you? The conversation would go like this. Your body horrible. Your stomach look bad. Your ass is flat. Your titties are long. Your body look crazy. Your lace front and your weaves look cheap. You got on too much makeup. You think you all that and you not. Your job is okay, and you struggling to get by. Don't do that. The fuck?
But what you fail to realize is that he gets tired too. He gets tired of your rejection. He gets tired of explaining what he needs over and over again about the same old situation. He gets tired of disrespect. You know, over talking him after you said everything you wanted to say. You drown him out when he's trying to come back. He gets tired of you treating everybody else with respect, with concern, showing everybody else you care about their needs. But when it comes to him, you take that for granted. Baby, he's not trying to claim that he's perfect. He knows there are things that he needs to work on as well. But if he can listen to everything that you have to say, why can't you listen to him? You don't have to like what he's saying. You don't have to agree with him. You think he likes everything that you say? If he doesn't feel like he can talk to you like you talk to him and that you're listening, he's gonna get tired of that, baby. Just think about it. I love you.
I have been so hesitant to post about this for two reasons. Number one, I don't like negativity and I don't want to be like the bearer of bad news. Number two, I didn't want to believe it. But after doing so much research and getting a lot of messages, I'm going to just deliver the unvarnished truth to you guys. I'm just going to lay it out straight. We're in a dating crisis. Not basically, we are. That's what's happening. So let me look at my research here because I don't want to mess it up. So men looking for casual dates and our relationships is down 50%. 50 since 2019. Not since 1970, since 2019, right before the pandemic. Down 50%. They're not fucking looking. Which means if you're a woman looking, they don't fucking give a shit. So as this trend continues, by 2040, 45% of women, 45% of women between the ages of 20 and 45 will be single and childless based on this trend. Let that sink in for a moment.
Most of the time when you get married, you be like, hey man, this bitch ain't right. That's why I ain't married her anyway. That's why she trying to force me to marry her. She want to validate herself by imposing herself on you by saying, if you don't marry me, I'ma leave. The best thing you could do if you in that situation is let her leave. Right. Now I know it's easier said than done because a hurt heart is real. A hurt heart is real. But trust me when I tell you, if you want your soul to be intact, get the fuck away from any bitch to try to force you to marry her. Cause that's a wicked bitch. That ain't even a woman place to be trying to make you marry her. What's a high value woman?
A woman who knows her worth and knows she can do better than that, because there are men out there that aren't want to see a whole bunch of women at one time.
Well, what determines a woman's worth?
I think a woman determines her own value.
So that's the difference between men and women. Like, a man can't just determine their value. The world dictates how valuable you are. The marketplace, you're saying. Right. Like, women could just make up how valuable she is in her head and then just assume that the world should follow that. But we can't operate like that. Imagine if I said like that, I'm just worth that. Like, why? Because I believe it. Everybody would think that I'm delusional, but women can believe that.
I don't know. I think as a woman, you need to hold yourself to a certain standard to get the respect that you want.
It's the rabbit!
Silly rabbit.
Silly rabbit.
Tricks are for
Tricks are for kids.
Had his first taste of the league with rookie minicamp with the Colts. It wasn't so much about breaking a sweat over the weekend for the fourth overall pick, but more about the new coaching staff led by Shane Steichen to get to know their rookies, including their future franchise quarterback.
5-step drop out of the gun. That's definitely different. Never did that in college, so just constantly repping that, getting better at that. But just speeding up my footwork. They always told me that in college, I got to do that, speed up my footwork. So I'm always trying to work on that and get the timing right down with my receivers.
He's been tremendous so far. He's done a nice job taking in the information we've given him slowly. We keep stacking those days and keep going, learning the system, and then. Footwork-wise, it's really about the concept that we're throwing. Do we want to take a 5-step drop? Do we want to take a 3-step drop right here? Where are your eyes? How do we want this ball thrown? Do we want it firm with an arc over a linebacker? Or if it's a man-to-man coverage, we got to throw that thing firm with no arc. We're just working through those things right now.
Since Andrew Luck surprised many people since he retired, the quarterback position for the Colts has been in flux. Phillip Rivers performed best, posting an 11-5 record in his lone season. But look at all the quarterbacks. They have tried to find a fit in that spot. Carson Wentz, the only other one more than they lost, and that's why they are hanging their hat on Anthony Richardson, the future down the road. Senior NFL insider Adam Schefter joining us now with other news from Indy here. And Shefty, here's the storyline. Colts owner Jim Irsay took to social media last night to respond to a report that the Commanders inquired about the availability of Andrew Luck just last year. Irsay stated that any attempt to contact Luck would violate the league's tampering policy. What else can you share with us about this story? Well, Kevin, the NFL will look into it. I'm not sure if there's enough evidence to find that the Commanders did anything wrong. There have been any number of teams that have wondered about the possibility of Andrew Luck returning and whether or not they could be the one that can convince him to return. But the Colts have essentially given up on that, and they hold his rights. He's on the reserve, retired list as Indianapolis' property, and before anybody could talk to Andrew Luck, they have to go through Indianapolis, and he'd have to sign off, and Andrew Luck has shown...
That's just some wild shit to even be saying that somebody is somebody's property, but I mean, I get it, but that's still some pretty wild shit to even be saying, right? Damn.
No interest right now in returning to the NFL. So it looks like no matter what anybody said or did, it's not going to change Andrew Luck's mind. They're not going to be able to get Andrew Luck to come back, and it doesn't look like any teams who reached out and tried to tamper with Barry Sanders either are going to be able to convince him to return, Kevin. I bet you Barry could still give us 100 yards on a Sunday if he's suited up. Absolutely.
And let's say the AFC South when we talk about owners, and it's not just Irsay who's made us 3 seasons. Shefty, thank you.
And we're following a developing story on Tiger Woods. The golf star has been accused by his ex-girlfriend of beginning their sexual relationship while she was an employee at a restaurant he owned. Erica Herman says Woods sexually harassed her by threatening to fire her if she did not sign a non-disclosure agreement she now wants voided. The two sides are scheduled to appear in court tomorrow in regards to a $30 million lawsuit Herman filed against the trust that owns Woods' mansion. It is unknown if Woods will attend the hearing.
What did we get from that story, people? These brides are motherfuckers, man. As soon as it don't go as planned, she about ready to take you to the court to see the man. God damn. T, what you gonna do, G? Damn, boy. You striking out with these fees. Well, these females gonna do something to you, man.
Still to come on sports.
On that train like an athlete shit. On that train like an athlete type shit. The shit is as real as it get. Because if you're not an athlete and you training like one, you have the benefits of an athlete in a regular, everyday, average person's life. Smart motherfuckers. I hit 500 reps. And then did a mile, 0.3. The day before and today. And I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't even gonna act like I wanted to do that shit. But that's not what it's about. Because I had been saying I need to get on my cardio and shit, right? And then I was put in a situation where I said, you know what? Here's the opportunity. So there's no such thing as a bad situation. It's just the mentality in which you facing it with. That's why a piss poor attitude is gonna get you piss poor results. As I said before, I wasn't really a believer in that shit. But some shit you do have to see to believe. And if I claim I want to be some type of leader, even I gotta admit where I was wrong and the errors was at. I gotta people and then I gotta adjust, right? Because how can I ask or require motherfuckers to follow my lead if I'm not leading by example? And then all that before clock in. Indeedy, I am him. There comes a time in a situation where everybody has to admit when they are wrong. This is that time in that situation when it comes to me and Jimmy Butler, you know what I'm saying? This man is showing out, representing the Heat culture at its finest. I doubted him the first time when he was doing what he was doing in the bubble. Keeping it real. This time, he had a historical game. You know how some people is what they is? He is what he is when it comes to the playoffs. But he got some work. He passing out the work consistently. I ain't even gonna fake in front like I picked the squad to win against the Greek Freak. Of course, I also wasn't planning on the Greek Freak being down. Neither here nor there. Jimmy Butler, is official. Yeah, that's right. Official like all white Heat jerseys. Official like, only thing he lacking is that shit. Now, I don't need it to be confused, tangled, or twisted. The Heat is my team. Due to the fact I ran with them when they won their first one against Dallas. And I ran with them the whole time LBJ was over there. So I said, fuck it, I really don't got no team. But at that time, for the past 10-year time period, I had been rooting for them on and off. I bet with them a lot. So I said, this is my squad. End of discussion. History lesson over. Here in present day, as I said, comes a time when everybody has to admit that I was wrong. I was wrong about Jimmy Buckets. And when it comes to the playoffs, Buddy will kick it into that next gear. Whether he accepts the apology or not, doesn't matter. Grown ass man. And he playing grown ass man basketball out there on these people. Heat up. See you, Butler. I'm through with the doubt. And then we got this dude. Year 20 still want all the smoke on. Taking games off when you want to and shit like that. Making niggas that's damn near 40 feel like it's still a shot and hope to get them another one. Huh? Yeah. It gotta be something when you ain't picked to win the fight and you actually win the motherfucking fight, huh? As the saying goes. If you see me fighting the bear, help the motherfucking bear. That motherfucker need assistance because I'm on his motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? Pause, no homo. But you get exactly what I'm saying. And, yeah. Everybody was doing all that big talking. He did some big stepping, him and the guys. Wasn't a solo act. This year 20, baby. Can't do all the things he used to do. He needs some assistance. And he got some assistance. See y'all in the next round. Some real king shit, though. Nice bear. And then, yeah, that happened. Then the Steph and LeBron thing happened. LeBron ended up getting down on them. Nuggets beat them. Nuggets beat all them. Had Bron thinking. The guys went on ahead and pushed forward, then got their shit pushed back 1-1. Damn. And then the Joker just went crazy. Him and his guys. Well deserved. Hell of a play. And out of nowhere, now y'all trying to call him the damn GOAT? Stop. But it is what it is. And that's how that NBA season ended. Damn sure not how I wanted it to end, but it is what it is. Fuck it. Well, we arrived here. After I was somewhat confident that LA could pull out, win over the Nuggets, I was wrong. You know, it was totally no disrespect
for Joker whatsoever, although I'm not quote unquote a fan. Not because he sent LBJ home, LeBron. Not because he beat my Heat. Well deserved. Squad did and done what they did, man. I ain't mad at him at all. That's how I go. Gotta put that work in. At the results of the NBA this year. FS won. Fox Sports won. And the part ways. He's no longer on the Undisputed show. Skip alright. I definitely wasn't tuning in to watch Skip. I tuned in to watch Skip and Stephen A. But the Stephen A. and Skip combo, in my opinion, is nothing compared to the Shannon and Skip. However, the details and all that we had on TV crime and shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit at all. After 7 years, a 7-year relationship, it may go that way. But, with all that shit being said, as my co-worker, the kitchen manager would say, such is life. Life is going to be full of changes. The older you get, the more changes you will experience. Such is life. You know, something to reflect on riding to the gym. And yeah, I know the title of this is for last month. So many things happened in between here and there that I kind of bullshitted and stretched this one out. But then that I did brought me to this video summing this one up. May showers. Clearly in the month of June now. Yeah, man, such is life. Something you vibing with, shaking with may not end up being a full-term thing. Hey, we shall see what Hunk does on his next chapter. I will definitely be tuned in on whatever he is doing. And although the show Undisputed been on for 7 years, I didn't style my presentation in front of the camera off Hunk, but I respected his delivery so much and how he came prepared to his job and the non-biasness.